Hello, everybody. Today, we have something very special that just came in the mail, right? I've been waiting for this since like last week. It came in the mail. I'm really happy about it. And it's Spawn. You know, I love Spawn. Spawn is one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. He's just so cool. But anyway, enough of the yip yap. Let's get straight into it. Spawn right there. You can see everything that he comes with. Spawn, McFarlane Toys. And we got some very nice artwork. Up top, right here, says 14 plus, not a toy. Then we got some very nice artwork. Very nice. I love this art. 22 moving parts. And then the bottom, it's pretty heavy too, if you're trying to find it in store. So let's just get him out of the box, right? I'm very excited for this because, like, I have a lot of Spawn figures, right? But I never had a definitive Spawn, and I'm trying to get my hands on the classic Spawn. But for a modern Spawn, I'm pretty sure this is the definitive one. Alrighty. Now let's just cut everything out. It's just sad to see the classic Spawn go for such a high price. Well, I did expect it, but I should have pre-ordered it when it first launched. The Elite Spawn, I should say. Off, right? You guys can skip this part if you want. Be free. There we go. very difficult to get him out of the box, right? But we're not here for the box. We're here for the toy, the figure. And let's take a look at the accessories first. So of course we have this cape, half cape. It's okay. Here it is on the figure. You just kind of put it on him, and then there's a peg on the back. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. There's a little hole, there's a peg. And then yeah, that's how he looks with it, right? Looking pretty cool. Spawn always looks awesome, right? The figure is included, obviously. Then we get this piece. And it's just like this skull with teeth just gashing out. There's another skull right here. A bunch of detail. It's kind of like looking at clouds and trying to figure out what they are. Like, it just looks so cool. Some bones. Yeah, and then this part just plugs into the throne, right? And then there you go, that's the throne. And this is the throne, right? Looking very gnarly, very cool. So let's take a closer look at this throne, man. There's some skulls that are just burnt right there. Like just mushed together. A lot of skulls. A lot of wires. The paint is good. It feels heavy. The throne feels heavy. Like there's this weight to it. There's a tire. There's a motorcycle handlebar here. There's a gun right here. Man, it just looks so awesome. Like it looks so spawny, you know? Another tire. Just wow. Just wow. This is art. This is art. Now what I want to know is if this part comes off. Yeah, it does. So if you don't want the cape on it and you just want the throne, it's there. Of course there's gonna be a little hole right there, right? Then we're gonna put that back so I can show you guys what Spawn looks like on the throne with the cape, right? So we're gonna put the cape on him. There we go. Put it up, right? Get him in a throne-y position. And then he's just gonna be pondering, I wonder what Malebolgia is doing right now. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to kill him. He's just gonna be thinking about that. And that's how it looks. Looks great. Looks really cool, right? Let's get into the figure, which is mostly the reason why I bought this. Let's take out this cape so he has that movie Spawn looking type. And of course you do get a Spawn stand, right? So yeah. Let's take a closer look at that head sculpt. And yeah, looking very nightmarish, looking very hellspawn-y. You can see the paint, the green on the eyes, the eye bags for the black. You can see the musculature on his neck and his traps. And of course, we've got the very classic V, Spawn V right there. We got this skull with these chains leading all the way to the back. And another skull right there. Then we got these bracelets with the spikes. A knuckle duster with a spike. We got this huge gauntlet right here with some spikes. They're kind of rubbery, right? Another knuckle duster with some spikes. We got pouches, of course, classic pouches. More spikes. And this giant boot with some spikes. So yeah, looks very spawny, right? I'm a big fan of it. I love this. Now let's get into the articulation, right? Head can look up that far, down that far, so you can have like a very brooding spawn. Side to side, very well. Slight butterfly joints, very slight. Can go up all the way around. And there is a cut right here, right? All the way around. Double joints. A hinge at the fist. And then it can go all the way around, right? Spawn can move about that far back, right? And about that far forward, not counting the legs. So you won't be able to get him in any crouching poses, but you know, it's fine. That can go all the way up there, right? Double hinge at the knee. And of course, hinge right here. Toe articulation, because it's McFarlane. Very generous pivot, hinge, and toe articulation. So overall, right, it's not the best articulation, but you're buying it mostly for the sculpt and for the character, not for the articulation. And overall, I'd say that this is a perfect modern Spawn figure, because you're going to get it in poses that you need Spawn to do. And of course, to sit on that throne, which was the most important part. So yeah. Very cool. Very nice. Now we're going to do some comparisons. So here was my previous go-to Spawn, right? Which was Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. I had this guy since I was, 12, 11? That is how they look together. I like this one much more. It's much more brighter. It just looks more spawny. And the cape kind of holds this one back. So I'm going to get this guy a custom cape, which I will do a review on. Right? But the skull is different. The spikes are different. The gauntlets are different. The boot, even the boot is different. Everything is different, right? So yeah, that's that. Here is Medieval Spawn. I never did a review on this guy. Holler if you want a review on him. Medieval Spawn being a little bigger, but you know, it's Medieval Spawn. And then, of course, Gunslinger Spawn. Yeah. Let's just... a little taller than Al here. Then for some Marvel Legends, we got Cyclops. Shout out to my brother for getting me Cyclops. Yeah, look, he's a bit taller than Cyclops, right? Then we have Iron Man. I put on some glasses on him because I thought it looked pretty cool. I got it from the cop. Right? Then for some DC Multiverse, we got my glorious goat, Green Lantern. Looking good together, right? And then where is Batman? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, here's Commando Spawn. Who's buried. You may or may not have seen my TikTok about Commando Spawn from Mortal Kombat 11. I really like this Spawn, but I think that they should redo it. Yeah, they look really good together. They do. And then last, but certainly not least. Wait, no. Yeah, last but not least. All right. The Clown. And man, do they look good together. I'm really happy with this. So yeah, that is my review. Subscribe if you want more of this. And God bless.